Hey guys, RockingTheBlade here once again. Um, this is something I thought could never happen, or was well taken care of, but it doesn't seem to be the case from based on what I'm hearing. Um, there's a chance that all the top voice actors for the AAA video games that we play could go on strike, because based on the information I'm hearing, they're not being paid too well. And the last information I checked on upon that was that they tried to work on a deal with these companies to get a better pay, and they're not moving an inch or not budging. And the voice actors are saying that if you don't pay us, because now they have a union apparently, the entire union and us voice actors will go on strike, and they're even encouraging non-union workers to join the fight as well. Also, in my opinion, if you're like a Call of Duty or a Fallout or Battlefield or whatever, or Mass Effect, big selling games, you should pay your voice actors better. Honestly, they will make the game. Voice acting is a big part of the games nowadays. Back in the day, I know it wasn't. It's a lot of text, and mainly because the technology was limited back in the day. And granted, there was some here and there with some guitar games and Ghostbusters, but this name a few that I can think of right now. But nowadays, it's a critical part of the game, because now video games are a little more like movies, and now a lot of great games with stories are coming to light. Like the Uncharted games, the new Tomb Raider reboot, the Walking Dead games, Wolf Among Us, even Game of Thrones, so on and so forth. The voice acting really sells and the emotions of these characters, with how their struggles, of how they're feeling and what they're going through, so on and so forth. And voice acting has gone up over the years. Really top notch voice actors out there. A lot of good ones, like from Stephen Blum to John Young Bosch, Laura Bailey, Kate Higgins, so on and so forth. Sheen Channel, Christopher Sabat, Kyle Hubert, I believe. I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I mean. All those, they're amazing voice actors. Nolan North. Okay, you get my point. Getting a little off track. Point being, these are all great voice actors. They put their heart and soul into each project that they're in, so they should be paid what they're worth. If they want a little bit more, or they feel they're not getting enough pay, you should give it to them. It's and it's not like they're unreasonable. Like if you're like an indie company and you feel your game's not gonna make enough money, then I understand that. They understand that it'll be significantly less. They want a little bit more, but not in the same amount. It'll be within a reasonable amount. But these big like AAA games like Grand Theft Auto and maybe Elder Scrolls and so on, they want the big money. They want more money from them because they know those games are going to sell well, and they're not getting as well as well paid as they should. And like I said, granted, I know they got paid the people, to promote the PV promoters and the people that make the game and the artists and the programmers. I know making games is like making a movie nowadays. It used to be very, very cheap to now, to make it. Now it's very, very expensive. Like it used to be like from one to up to 6 people back in the day to make a game. Now it's like teams of hundreds, maybe even thousands now to make one big game, like the Halos and the Call of Duties and the Fallouts of the world. They need big teams. So granted, there's still people out there that, for example, Five Nights at Freddy's and there's one other like action game. You like a cat and stuff. I think you can write in the comment section below what that game is, but those are made by one people. But it's it's another one that the Cave Story. Those are 3 games that for example, that are made by one person, but nowadays I know it requires a big team to pull off these big high budget AAA games. But I believe the voice actors, and now they're doing motion capture to make it more realistic, are what are really selling these games nowadays. Because now, like for example, Troy Baker, not only he voice acts, he does motion capture as well to really sell the game. Even Nolan North, I've seen them go and put the dots on, voice act and do the the movement, the walking, to make it more realistic, to make the games more realistic. So it's like they're even going the extra mile, and I believe a lot of the big ones are doing that nowadays. So it's like, why not pay them more? It's not that just not granted. There's some games that require just voice acting, but there are games also that they do they put on the dots on the black dot, the suit, and the black dots, and even physically acting it out as well as doing the voice work. So it's like, why won't you pay them more? And ladies are come on guys, EA, Rockstar, Ubisoft, you are big companies that made a lot of money off the talents of these hardworking ladies and gentlemen. So they feel they earn a little bit more money and you're not paying them enough. Pay them what you owe. If it's ridiculous, I understand. But if it's asking for a reasonable amount, which I believe they are, then give it to them. You know what I mean? Especially if they're not, like I said, they're doing motion capture, they're doing mocap, so they make the game more believable or more sci-fi. Whatever. You guys get my point. Pay what you owe them, because you know what I'm saying. Because then now it won't be a problem of debugging the game. Now it's like lack of voice actors. You know what I'm saying? And voice acting in games are a big selling point. One of the biggest selling points, because some people buy the game because who's voicing the character besides the game itself. Some people care about who's voicing the character. Like Stephen, like I said, Stephen Blum's and the Nolan North universe, because they care about those people because they're amazing voice actors. Stephen Blum played best known being played for Wolverine, where Nolan North's known for playing the crazy antics that is Deadpool. So if they want a bit more, give them their just dues, guys. You know what I mean? Just don't be stingy. Pay them pay what they're owed. That's all I'm saying, guys. Okay, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section below. Do you think they should get paid more? Do you think, oh no, they should just accept what they have right now? Do you think they should be paid more? Do you think this is right or wrong? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts, please. In my opinion, I think they should get paid more, because I've seen behind the scenes on a lot of games. Especially when I do research about who's developing it, what's the game they're gonna be like. Is it to my taste? I see those things too. The mocap and the acting and stuff. I see them putting the extra work to really sell the game. So if they want more money and they're putting in the extra work, I don't see why that's really a problem. Do you think it's a problem? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. Alright guys, this is RockingTheBlade signing out. Hope to hear from you guys again real soon.